name is Jasmine Holdway, and I'm a graduate of the University of Guelph. I would like to welcome you to the College of Business and Economics convocation ceremony this morning. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation. I'd like to tell you a little about the proceedings today. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the baccalaureate and the magisteriate degrees are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees are red. The University of Guelph crest that you can see on the curtains behind me and shown on the cover of the convocation program also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links with the royal city of Guelph through the white stallion above, the connection to liberal arts through the book, to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to abundance and agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum Cognoscere Causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either, happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps, to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall are also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduates, the students who are coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the vice-chancellor, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board, and Senate, and members of faculty and staff. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present scholars to the vice-chancellor by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be videoed, and technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live cast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The Vice-Chancellor will greet each student at center stage, and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your applause until after each group of graduates has crossed on the stage. There will be an opportunity for a truly thunderous applause. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the Vice-Chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. Please remain standing during the recessional until all the platform party has processed out of the hall. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for convocation. Please share your photos, memories, and advice with graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Finally, may I be the first person to congratulate the graduates on their various successes and offer my congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support them. Welcome to the convocation at the University of Guelph.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I invite us to pause for a moment and reflect with our whole selves, mind, body, and soul, on our unique journeys, our distinct callings, and our place in this complex and mysterious world. In this moment, we acknowledge the Attawandaron people on whose traditional territory the University of Guelph now stands. We offer our respect to their Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Métis neighbors. We remember that the world as we experience it is not the world as it has always been. Furthermore, it is not the world as it must always be. In this moment, we give thanks for those friendships that have blessed us over the course of our studies. We are grateful to those who have supported us and held us up, faculty, staff, mentors, and families, for the journey has been long and the traveling hard. I invite you now to embrace a short silence and in your own way, be it through prayer or remembrance or thoughtful affirming, recognize that for which you are grateful. As we open ourselves to a new season of life, may the knowledge that we have attained here be coupled with wisdom, colored with compassion, and marked with humility. May we embrace each new opportunity in ways that honor creation, that foster community, and defends the dignity of all people. And may the mystery of life and each new moment bring us laughter and delight as we seek to be agents of grace and peace and hope for this world. Amen. You may be seated.
Members of the board, honorary fellows, and faculty of the university, family and friends, and graduates, welcome to the celebration of Convocation at the University of Guelph. I'd like to also extend a particular welcome to Convocation speaker, Professor Sandra Scott, who's with us today. My name is Franco Vaccarino, and I have the honor and the privilege of serving as the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Guelph. And today I'm privileged to welcome all of you to Convocation. Now, as we begin Convocation, let me take this opportunity to offer a few congratulatory remarks. First of all, graduates, this is your big day. You've worked hard, you've persevered, and you've made it. Well done and well deserved. Graduation day is all about transition, moving from one thing to another, moving from one state to another. It's one of a number of important transitions that you've already made. You know, last fall I had the opportunity to welcome our new first-year students to the University of Guelph, and I reminded them that besides being the incoming class of 2015 at the time. They're also the graduating class of 2019. And so for them, that was a moment really of traveling forward in time. So just for a moment, I'd like to travel back in time with you to your own arrival here just a few years ago. Remember how it felt to set foot on campus for the first time as new students. There was a mixture of excitement, as well, I'm sure, as having some anticipation and nervousness. Maybe confidence, hope, and fear all at the same time. Well, you figured it out. Exploring campus, navigating through your classes and labs, meeting and finding new friends and mentors, and perhaps also discovering the wider Guelph community. And maybe most important, discovering more about yourselves. It was a time of transition, going from where you were to what you would become, including, by the way, becoming Griffins. Now it's time for the next transition, and maybe you're feeling a familiar mix of hope and optimism together with some trepidation and even uncertainty. So think back over the past few years of your studies here at Guelph. You leave us today having gained new knowledge and having had a chance to study and work with renowned teachers, renowned researchers. And as part of a learning-centered, research-intensive university, you've witnessed breakthroughs in scholarship and in research here. You've been part of a diverse, welcoming community, open to differing opinions and sharing learning and discovery. And I would suggest that what you've learned here goes well beyond the teaching of subject matter strictly. An important part of our mission as a university has been to provide you with the tools to successfully adapt, and I would say also navigate through the complexities and the dynamics of today's world, today's modern society. In our fast-paced world, the gap has narrowed between knowledge generation and knowledge application. New ideas become new products at an unprecedented pace. Information and communications technologies and the related democratization of learning and knowledge have become game changers. Effectively, what's happened is that the distance between today and tomorrow has narrowed. Now that presents challenges, but it also presents great opportunities for all of us. A key challenge with change and transition is uncertainty, the very thing that you may be feeling or facing right now. It's a challenge, of course, but it's also a wonderful opportunity. And the opportunity lies in what I like to call the upside of uncertainty. Taking uncertainty and change and adapting to it in a healthy way, turning it into something positive. So what does that mean? Well, here on campus, it means that our researchers and scholars confront uncertainty by anticipating problems and opportunities and developing solutions, including, I would say, solutions to problems that actually don't even exist yet. For you graduates, it means building on all that you have learned, getting the job done and getting it done well. All this while being future thinkers. Here at Guelph, we've tried to help you learn to adapt to and indeed to thrive in tomorrow's ever-changing world. We've looked to provide to you not just a curriculum, but also the life skills or tools for your lifelong survival kit. Today you face a new transition. Some of you will continue on to graduate schools, others will enter the working world, still others will travel or otherwise take time to ponder your next steps. Whatever your next move, whatever that is, here at Guelph, we've attempted to provide the analytical and the qualitative skills you need to look beyond the world today and to succeed through innovation and problem solving in new, interesting, and fresh ways. You have learned about adaptation and creativity. In effect, you've learned to learn. You've learned how to learn. And that is becoming more and more important in our fast-paced and quickly changing world. And that's a good thing. As you leave behind the formal classrooms and labs, your learning doesn't end today. In a sense, it's just beginning. It really is about lifelong learning. It will go on and on. This is really a beginning for you. The process of learning and adapting and applying that learning to new and exciting ways over your careers and over your lifetimes. Now, you've spent the past few years as part of the university community, and I hope you've also had a chance to learn how you fit into that wider community. Taking that wider view will be essential for you in today's world and in tomorrow's world. Over the years, you will bring together different perspectives. You will blend knowledge, blend ideas from different disciplines, from different facets of your life, and you'll apply that knowledge in innovative and exciting ways. That's something we like to call knowledge in action, bringing knowledge to life. And that's also about finding the upside of uncertainty. So as you enter this next exciting stage of your lives, I encourage you all to draw upon all of your University of Guelph experiences as learners and also as members of a very special community, and to bring the very best that you have to offer to every experience. Continue to take pride in your achievements. Enhance and embrace the opportunities that arrive. Look to create your own opportunities, opportunities that will shape our future, opportunities to redefine who we are, to see the future through a broader lens. Universities are among the few places in society where a large part of our purpose is to foster ideas and innovation, to dream and to inspire hope. I encourage you all to find ways to take what you've learned here, to engage with, and make a difference in your world, in our world. Oh, and one more thing, and this is for certain, and that is once a Griffin, always a Griffin. So again, thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you. Now, this morning's convocation address will be delivered by Professor Sandra Scott. Sandra is a faculty member in the accounting area. Sandra was recently recognized with the University of Guelph's Faculty Association Distinguished Professor Award for Excellence in Teaching. And that is a very high bar indeed. And I'm absolutely delighted for Sandra for her outstanding commitment to student mentorship, innovative teaching practices, and curricular innovation. Sandra has also played a key role actually in the recent accreditation of the accounting major, which was an important step forward for our College of Business and Economics. At this point, I'm delighted to invite Professor Sandra Scott to now give the convocation address.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor, faculty, graduands, and their families. I'm honored to be here today. About a month ago, I received an email that rocked my world. I learned from this email that I had received the Faculty Association's Teaching Award, and to put it mildly, I was thrilled. 2 days later, I received a second email, noting that I had received this award and inviting me to give the convocation address. And that's when I knew I was in trouble. What could I possibly have to offer a room full of graduands who were embarking on, well, the rest of their lives? And so began a few weeks of near panic until I finally figured out what to do. I'm going to talk to you today about the things I've learned from working with students. The first lesson I learned is that it's worthwhile to take some risks. Before I started teaching, I'd been home with my kids for almost a year. An opportunity arose to teach an accounting course, so with some trepidation, I applied. Well, they hired me, but to my shock and disbelief, they hired me to teach advanced accounting. Trust me, at that stage of my life, I was more familiar with nursery schools and teething than I was with financial instruments and consolidations. But in a moment of recklessness, I agreed to take on the course. For my first lecture, I believed there was a very real possibility that I would literally pass out because I was so nervous. But something amazing happened. The students were open to me, and they had confidence that I knew what I was talking about. And so I learned, sometimes the best plan is to put yourself in the position where you have to do something very uncomfortable. You often find out that it really wasn't so terrible, and you're much further ahead for having done it. Now, some people would describe this as the career strategy known as fake it till you make it. And I can't disagree. But whatever you call it, the risk I took all those years ago led me here today. And that brings me back to why we're all here today. You are entering, correction, you have entered an exciting new phase of your life. This new phase might feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable sometimes. It might seem like all the rules you understood so well while you were in school just don't apply anymore. But as time goes on, I think you'll start to recognize the similarities between your former life and your new one. You'll start to find that the same strategies that worked well for you in school will work well in your new endeavors. One of those strategies is being persistent. You didn't get through 4 years of university without persistence. Now, I know that some of you will have learned a little more than perhaps you really needed to know about video games or the intricacies of the on-campus social life. But there's a common thread that runs through everyone who manages to push through 20 courses. You persevered. You organized yourself in a way that allowed you to deal with the day-to-day midterm and assignment deadlines, as well as the longer-term planning you needed to do to meet the requirements of your degrees. You may have stumbled here and there along the way, but you picked yourself up, got yourself back together, and you kept on driving forward. This perseverance, or as they refer to it in the literature, this grit, is strongly correlated with long-term success. I've had the privilege of knowing so many students who have displayed grit in so many different ways. But there's one I want to tell you about today. I'll call her Darlene. Darlene came to my attention after her performance on the first midterm in the course I was teaching. 6 out of 30. Darlene had a very shaky understanding of accounting principles, which made it difficult to even explain to her where she had gone wrong. But she was determined. She came to my office hours every single week for the rest of the term. And on the second midterm, Darlene more than doubled her mark to 14 out of 30. She still wasn't passing, but Darlene was dogged, always positive, always calmly convinced that she would get there. And you know, Darlene did get there. On the final exam in that course, Darlene earned 72%. The girl had grit, and she has inspired me ever since. And so when you come across daunting challenges, I hope you'll invoke your own grit, the grit you've developed over the years and the grit that pulled you through this degree. And that leads me to the last thing I want to share with you. This one comes from my personal life. It's about balance and recognizing what's important in life. It's about ensuring that you direct your grit to the things that really matter. My family and I had a clarifying experience about 10 years ago. My husband, out of the blue, had a grand mal seizure, and the emergency doctor suspected that this seizure was triggered by a stroke. For the next several days, until we could see a neurologist, we lived with the paralyzing fear that the big one, the follow-up stroke, that would leave him severely disabled, could happen at any moment. Over those terrible days of anguish, as we tried to keep life normal for our young children, we saw that many, many people were there to help us at a moment's notice. Our families and friends, our neighbors, our colleagues at work. There was a huge support system. It dawned on us that we had taken our health and our support systems for granted because we were really busy with 2 full-time jobs, 2 young children, and a mortgage. When the neurologist looked at my husband's brain scans a few days later, she told us that he definitely had not had a stroke and that he had an unremarkable brain. In fact, we ultimately learned that 10% of the adult population will have a seizure once in their lifetime and suffer no further effects. And that's what had happened. It was over. So on the outside, it appeared that everything went back to normal. but internally things were different in an important way. We are careful now not to take our health, our relationships, our family members, or our community for granted. Our definition of success is broader than it was before, and we remember to be grateful. So as you think about the journey you've been on to arrive here today as graduates, you might want to think about the people who've been on that journey with you, your support system. They may have supported you with loud cheers, or they may be the quiet type, standing ready in the background. And some of them may be in this room today. Finally, remember that you're already successful. You've already made it this far on your journey, and you've shown that you have reserves of grit and intelligence that you can draw on. My advice is to take a few risks. Even though you might not feel you're ready, you are. You are ready. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Scott. My name is Malcolm Campbell. I'm Vice President of Research here at University of Guelph, and it gives me great pleasure at this moment to acknowledge the wonderful words that we just heard from Professor Scott. To remind you, take-home message, take risks, be persistent, find life's balance, and remember the success that you've had already. It's easy to see that, like her teaching, Professor Scott's words today are both inspired and inspiring. And I'm sure a good many of you, and by virtue of the hoots we heard when she came up to the stage, I'm sure many of you have been both, have found her teaching inspiring and have been inspired by her. I will tell you, as someone, a fellow graduate or soon-to-be graduate of University of Guelph, I sat where you're sitting today exactly 30 years ago, June 1986. And that the words of people like Professor Scott will resonate with you over time and really function to give you great success in the future. So please join me in thanking Professor Scott for both her inspired and inspiring message. And now it's the moment that you've been waiting for. Will the graduating class please rise? Now this is the fun part. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph, that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto. Let's all congratulate the scholars and their accomplishments. Well done. Well done.
By the way, that was the moment to really hoot. Can we do that one more time?
Well done.
Much better. You made me a proud alumnus. Will members of the graduating class please be seated?
This seems to be further over. Dear guests, I am the Dean of the College of Business and Economics, and I am absolutely delighted to be part of your celebration today. As your family member or friend crosses the stage, if you'd like to make some audible cheer, that is absolutely fine, but we please ask that you save your collective applause until all of the students have been presented. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Business and Economics, that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Jeffrey Peter Chang with distinction. Sydney Shulong Kwan. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Business and Economics that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honors Program. Leanne Kristen Agnew. Najma Amin. Vicky Beauregard. Sorry, last, okay, got it. Hayden Bishop with distinction. Congratulations, Blackall. Okay, there we go. Carly Diane Blackall. Michelle Brittany Blackburn. Congratulations. David Blampede with distinction. Congratulations. John Rashid Penalgug Borla. Kyler Bray. Kelly Brennan. Congratulations. Buchanan. Jennifer Buchanan. Callaloo, got it. There you go. Brandon Callaloo. Congratulations. Ciprietti, got it. Tyler J. Ciprietti. Congratulations. Zachary David Clarkson. Congratulations. Stephanie Lauren Cook. Congratulations. Nicholas Frederick Kuhn. Spencer Martin Copperthwaite. Moxham Terrence Cord with distinction. Congratulations. It's your big day. Sydney Renee Croft. Lucas DiBiasio. Congratulations. DeMayo. Michael Antonio DeMayo. Congratulations. Tell me, DeRuder. Matthew DeRuder. Congratulations. DeBell, got it. Jessica Amelia Diabel. Laura Mary Dematosh. Congratulations. Eberhard, got it. Andrew Eberhard with distinction. Congratulations. Ing, got it. Andrew Kelvin Ing. Congratulations. Aaron Enriquez. Congratulations. Got it. Colin Easer. Hannah Ramona Fass with distinction. Ian Carlo Fabros. Awo Hussein Fahal. Deborah Ann Farrell. Oh, another one. There you go. Rachel Marie Farrell. Daniela Febres with distinction. Cassidy Fenton. Zachary Gabriel Foster. Camille Aurelia Gardner with distinction. Curtis Garrett Gibbons. Peter Michael Gilio. Ashley Elizabeth Girdler with distinction. Michelle Shirley Gooderham with distinction. Dylan Paul Gorgie. Justin David Gorgie with distinction. Taranjo Singh Gruel. Ted Guo with distinction. Therese Hadfield. David Holden. Kathy Nguyen. Austin James. Mary Catherine Jankovic with distinction. Courtney Elizabeth Johnston. Caitlin Joubert. Alexa Marie Katikoff. Michael Philip Karpenko. Ryan Gregory Kent. Amy Louise Kosh with distinction. Sam Contos.
Congratulations, your big day. Is it called Kopeck?
Patricia Kopeck.
Congratulations, Lamana.
Felicia Lamanna with distinction.
Sorry, Maya. Madeline Lepine.
Maya Madeline Lapine.
Congratulations. Is it Laycock?
Patrick Andrew Laycock.
Congratulations.
Melissa Jane Lewis.
Congratulations. Just say Fiona Lee. Okay, there you go.
Fiona Lee. Jimmy Luong. Christy Marie Medill.
Congratulations. Is it Mayor? The Mayor. Okay.
Catherine Ann Patricia Mayer.
Congratulations. Melanphone.
Ryan George Malafont with distinction.
Congratulations, Mancini.
Paul Mancini with distinction.
Congratulations.
Catherine Elizabeth Marsh.
Congratulations, Martinez.
Nathan Theodore Martins.
Meaden? Okay, got it.
Colin Michael Meaden.
Maharshant. Right, got it.
Daniel Martin Maharshant.
Mileski, got it.
Amber Marie Mileski.
Congratulations.
Robin Elizabeth Mary.
Congratulations. Just, sorry, tell me. Mercer, got it.
Paige Elizabeth Marcereau with distinction.
Congratulations, it's your big day. Got it.
Muhammad Talha Mian. Venetia Mystery. Sergio Morales.
Congratulations. Munding. Munding. Got it, Emily. Congratulations.
Emily Rebecca Munding.
Congratulations. Your big day.
Sarah Alexandra Murray. Jamie Lauren Niebuhr. Jesse New. Jane Maria Ogungemi.
Congratulations. Your big day.
Brooke Ann Osmond.
Got it. Congratulations. Off you
Renee Paquette. James Neil Perry.
Congratulations. Your big day.
Trevor Joel Patterson.
Your big day.
Stephanie Paul.
Congratulations. Just Penny? And is it Anais?
Carolyn Penny.
Congratulations.
Paige Pizak.
Congratulations. Pick it. There we go.
Kristen Patricia Piggott.
Sorry, I'm falling apart here. It's Pinto, right? Yes. Congratulations, Michael.
Michael Francis Pinto.
Congratulations. It's your big day.
Alyssa Nicole Porter with distinction.
Congratulations.
Matthew Patrick Powell with distinction.
Congratulations. Your big day.
Lauren Power.
Shashank Rao. Neha Rao. Okay, there you are.
Neha Rao.
Congratulations, Reeves. There you go.
Christopher Reeves with distinction.
Congratulations. Your big day.
Edward Alexander Reed.
Congratulations. Rodriguez.
Tanya Lauren Rodriguez. Tessa Ross.
Congratulations.
Emily Salter.
Santi. Jillian. Yep.
Jillian Santee.
Congratulations. Savage.
Mason Storm Savage.
Got it, Shannon. Congratulations.
Shannon Teresa Sawicki.
Congratulations. Cedar.
Sarah Amanda Cito.
Congratulations.
Jasmine Sidhu.
Congratulations. Sing.
Shaylee Singh.
Congrats.
Carter Aaron Sleefers with distinction.
Smale. Congratulations.
Eric Michael Smale.
Congratulations. Your big day.
Warren Trevor Smith.
Congratulations. Is it Nishan Singh Sodi. Got it.
Nishan Singh Sodi.
Congratulations. Srinathan. Okay.
Angelina Srinathan.
Congratulations.
Brendan Sutherland. Zachary Michael Sutherland, conferred posthumously. Jennifer Teresa Sutton. McLean Tallis. Si Chen Tay. Allison Taylor. Cameron Scott James Towsey. Quinn Wook Trin. Nicole Johanna Van Galen. Lucas Verone. Varashika Vigneswara Raja. Aaron Vischer.
Nice to see you.
Jessica Walsh. Ruo Yi Wang with distinction.
E.D. Wong. There we go.
Edie Wong. Vanessa Wesley with distinction.
Congratulations. Jameson. Got it.
Jameson Douglas Westover.
Congrats.
Natalie Alicia White.
Congratulations. Got it.
Daniel Stephen Winters.
Got it. Okay.
Navreet Singh Virach. Nicholas Brooke Wittig with distinction. Kyla Rachel Walkenmark. Yang Yang. Joyce Yim with distinction. Tyler Yukich. Alicia May Zillian.
Oh, sorry. Got it.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the School of Hospitality, Food, and Tourism Management that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honors Program. Billy May Gore. Alexandra Mara Stoylov. Please join me in congratulating all of this morning's graduates.
Before we move on to the next item of business, please join me in thanking Dean Christensen Hughes for making it through 145 names without a glitch this morning. Congratulations. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present. Thank you, Malcolm. Well, graduates, you did it. Congratulations. Well done. So in keeping with the spirit and theme of transitions, welcome all of you to the Griffin alumni family now, a growing family, you should know. This week, there are more than 3,400 new graduates who are joining that family, and the University of Guelph alumni, for your information, now number more than 125,000 graduates around the world. Of course, we're all incredibly proud of your accomplishments here at the University of Guelph and look forward to seeing how the foundations that you have developed here as a student will continue to support you in the years ahead. We want to celebrate your achievements and your successes and really do hope and encourage you to stay in touch with your alma mater. Remember that you're always welcome here. Graduates, you've made incredible memories here, including today's ceremony, and remember this as well. You're a student for a short time, but you're a Griffin forever. So again, congratulations. Now this concludes the formal part of the convocation ceremony. Dean Julia Christensen Hughes will host a reception for all the graduates and their guests in Creelman Hall, just behind us here. And this is an opportunity to congratulate the graduates, and we really hope that you can attend. Graduates, once you've taken all of the photographs, please don't forget to return your gowns and hoods to the tent outside the hall. And one more just small note of business. We're hosting 22 convocation ceremonies this week, and waiting outside is the next group of families, of course, eager to see their graduates cross the stage. And so to help us prepare for that next group, if you could please exit through the doors on my right and left of the stage. So thank you for that. And now, as tradition has it, the Vice Chancellor, me, gets the final word. And the final words are, convocation is dismissed. Well done.